Hello, my name is Sally Gimmon, and I am the owner of the trustisyou.com and also a podcast called Stop Paying Capital Gains Now. On October 10th, 4 p.m. East Coast time, I am going to do a live presentation by Zoom called Stop Paying Federal Taxes Legally. I want to teach as many Americans what the rich know. So few people have ever heard of the Spendthrift Trust. This is why I'm doing these short videos. I'm going to share my screen. This is an actual person who saw my videos on YouTube, and he contacted me. He and his wife have 4 different sub locations. He's a franchise owner, and when they were looking at their 2022 taxes, they knew they were paying too much in taxes or wanted to save more money in taxes. They're making about $12,000 a month, filing jointly at 22% tax rate, which is $144,000. Which would be $444,581 in federal taxes. I can legally say with the business trust, they are going to save at least 70% on their federal taxes, year after year, generation after generation. Most of my clients are saving between 90 to 95% every single year on their federal taxes. I save 92%. This Spendthrift Trust is legal, patented, in the IRS Tax Code, and it's going to save you in 4 very important ways. Number 1, federal taxes, year after year, generation after generation. Number 2, keep your information private. Your LLC or S Corp does not keep your information private. Only thing I have to do is write a Freedom of Information letter to either the Secretary of State or the Corporation Commission and ask about that LLC. Number 3, I can't stop you from being sued, but you will pay no judgments if you are sued. That has saved my clients thousands and thousands of dollars. And number 4, if you don't know about the 2024 Corporation Transparency Act and all the paperwork, you should find out about it January 1st. It's going into effect. With the Spendthrift Trust, you will not have to file any of the paperwork with that. Now, the business trust is for 1099 income earners and business owners. This gentleman and his wife have 4 sub shops, and that they know how much money they're making. I can legally say they will save at least 70% on their federal taxes. Once they start taking deductibles and other things, they can get their taxes up into the 90 percentile. I am not saying they're never going to pay they're going to pay 0 in taxes. I don't say that at all, because then they would get audited by the IRS. So with their savings of at least $31,000 every single year, they're going to start investing in other things. This is their money to use as the way they like. They have the Business Spendthrift Trust. Now, there's also the Beneficial Spendthrift Trust. This is for all and every investors. With the Beneficial Spendthrift Trust, you will no longer pay short-term or long-term capital gains. Hence the title of my podcast, Stop Paying Capital Gains Now. I got in trouble for capital gains. Capital gains are charged on anything you make a profit on. Short term, it's between 10% to 37%, 7 different layers. And long term, it's either 15% or 20%. If you're selling a business, you will pay the 15 or 20% on your profits, or have the Beneficial Spendthrift Trust. It will save you interest income. If you're a passive investor, if you're a forex investor who also gets charged capital gains, if you're doing creative financing, if you're doing seller financing, if you have notes like I do, or if you're doing the BRRRR strategy, interest income, again, is charged between 10% to 37%, 7 different layers, 4 different ways to file your taxes. Dividend income, if you are in the stock market, if you are doing day trading, futures trading, binary trading, or options. Options traders, you're going to be taxed 40% for a year or less and 60% for a year or more. Dividend income is taxed between 10% to 37%, 7 different layers, again, with the 4 different ways to file those taxes. Rental income, it could either be short-term rental or long-term rental. Yes, you can take depreciation, be my guest. But remember, this trust is going to keep your information 100% private. Your LLC does not do this, and you won't pay any judgments if you have rental income, either short-term or long-term. Think of that. If your renter's dog gets out and bites somebody, like the mailman, they're going to come after you. But when you have this trust, the old adage from Nelson Rockefeller, own nothing, control everything. That's going to save you money there. And then finally, royalties. Royalties are taxed a little bit less, only between 10% to 37%, 7 different layers. But if you're in NFT world, if you're an author, an actor, a songwriter, if you have mineral rights. One of my clients inherited his granddad's horse farm with 6 oil wells on it. This trust is going to save you thousands of dollars year after year, generation after generation. The husband and wife who have the 4 sub shops plan to leave the sub shops to their children. With this trust, they will not pay any inheritance tax. Now, 97% of trusts sold in the United States are what's called a family trust. My mom and dad had this. This is what Susie Orman talks about on TV. It avoids going through probate. That's it, and then it dissolves. This trust is legal, patented in the IRS Tax Code. Most people are unaware the current IRS Tax Code went into effect February 1913 in the Barron families, the Carnegies, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers. Purposely put this into the tax code so they can continue saving money. I work on behalf of a private law firm that has inherited a trust that is turning 350 years old in 2023. This comes from England and it's as legal can be. If you would like to set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me before October 10th, please go out to www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling. And all we're going to discuss is how much you paid in 2022 and how you file your taxes. I will give you the formula and tell you this is how much you'll be saving, and then you can decide if this is for you or not. Again, my name is Sally Gimmon. I am the owner of thetrustisyou.com. This is as legal can be. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Take care.